Central Minnesota Sports Hub. It's the Morning Sports Desk, presented by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and streaming on YouTube.
Back by popular demand for another day, it's the Morning Sports Desk, powered by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. I'm CJ Baumgartner, Corey Tackman over there. Corey, we got some volleyball games to recap. You got to see the new look court at Wadena Deer Creek. Give us it. How does it look in person?
Yeah, it looks great. The new gymnasium floor at Wadena Deer Creek Middle and High School. Very similar, if not exact, to what they had in their elementary gym or what they have in their elementary gym. It's a new look logo at center court. Inside the 3-point line, there's a darker stain. The lane is now blue. The Wadena Deer Creek and the Wolverines on the sidelines and baselines are now colored in. I guess Wadena Deer Creek gold, we'll call it, the yellowish, the yellow. It looks really nice. And then on top of that, you add the new video board that's hanging in the what I guess would be the northeast corner of the main gym. And a lot of good things, a lot of special things. They've got signage up in all four corners of the gymnasium with different sponsorships and things like that. Those have probably been up for a while, but it's cool. The gym looks really nice. And anyway, so we got to open that up last night for Wadena Deer Creek volleyball. What was a good early season litmus test, CJ, for both teams. Both teams out of Section 8AA, the other team being Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, and the Rebels. A lot of success from both teams 1 year ago. And but a different kind of start to the season this year compared to last year. Of course, Wadena Deer Creek graduated a fair number of players. We've talked about the Wolverines already a little bit this year, so I don't need to dive into too much detail. But DGF returned a ton of players from last year's pretty nice squad, and they came away 3-0 victors in last night's contest. 25-17, 23, and 22 were the scores of those 3 sets. Danielle Boyd, a 5'9" senior, led the way by my unofficial count with 18 kills for the evening. She was the only Rebels player in double-digit kills. But Carly Wagner had a big night also. She had 5 kills and 3 service aces. Wadena Deer Creek was led by Peyton Gravel, 11 kills, 2 service aces. She was the only Wolverines player with double-digit kills. Kennedy Ness had 7 and was right there. She also had 3 service aces. In general, like, you can see the scores were pretty close, and it felt like, I would say, generally speaking, CJ, DGF controlled most of the match. There were moments in each of them where Wadena Deer Creek was able to, like, scratch and claw and get themselves back into it, maybe even take a 1-point lead. At one point, it was set number 2. DGF was up 17-10. And it just felt like it was at that moment where you're like, boy, if this thing flips DGF's way even by a point or 2 here, this thing is over. And Wadena Deer Creek was able to get all the way back to 17-16. They lost the next point, 18-16, but then were able to tie it up. And it was a good, like, they showed a little perseverance there in that one. And then obviously set 3 went 25-22. So there was some good fight in that one. So there were opportunities, I think, for Wadena Deer Creek. If you add up unofficially, again, by my numbers, the Wolverines, if you combine kills and aces, so just like the purely offensive numbers for Wadena Deer Creek, and you add up kills and aces for the Rebels, the Wolverines actually outdid DGF in that match. It's just some of the other things, right? It's the blocks, it's the passing. Turns out it's like they say in football, it's 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. Well, offensively, Wadena Deer Creek did enough. Just some of the other things caught up to them, and against a very good DGF team, you're just not able to get over the hump, and the Rebels come away victorious. It was game 2 of the year. Rebels improved to 2-0. Game 3 of the year for Wadena Deer Creek, they dropped to 1-2. Both teams will play their first conference matches of the season tomorrow night, Thursday night.
All right. Looking at my game over in Osakis between the Staples-Motley Cardinals and the Osakis Silver Streaks. That was over on the Fan last night. It was a good matchup between two teams in Section 6AA who are trying to find their first section win of the year. And talking with both head coaches pregame, saying we're younger teams. If you're Staples-Motley, of course, you only have 3 kind of returning varsity players that are able to kind of come in to the lineup and return. So a lot of new faces there. Osakis graduated 8 seniors from a year ago, so having to overcome kind of a new look roster as well. So both of these two teams early in the season just trying to find their footing and get going. And for Staples-Motley, they started out kind of in control. In the first couple sets, kind of neck and neck, were able to pull out the first 2 set victories by scores of 25-22 and 25-19. And sometimes in those situations, Corey, you could see the team that's behind 2 sets not give up, but certainly all the wind is kind of taken out of the balloon. And that was not the case with Osakis. They started out set number 3 on like a 10-2 run and ran away with it. It was 25-13. And then that's always kind of the real test. Like, all right, is Staples-Motley going to lock back in and take care of business? Like, was that kind of the last gasp of punch for Osakis, and now they've kind of exhausted their energy? Like, how is this going to look? And then a much kind of closer second set. Osakis had the lead late. Staples-Motley tried to make a run, but ultimately Osakis won set number 2, 25-23. We go into a 5th and final set, and you could feel the momentum shift in the Osakis side of things the further and further this match got along. And like we talk about in those 5th sets, it's a race, a sprint to 15, and Osakis just had the better start, and they were able to kind of run away and hide with a 15-8 win in that final set to take the match. Not only does the victory allow Osakis to improve to 2-3 on the campaign, Staples-Motley goes to 2-5. Now Osakis is 1-1 in Section 6AA for their first section win of the year. Staples-Motley not quite able to get that first section win. They dipped to 0-5 in their section play. But for Osakis, Corey, this is the first time ever in Silver Streak volleyball history that they beat the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Albeit this is their 3rd recorded game against each other. MinnesotaScores.net only goes back to 2002. So that was my research. Maybe they played each other in the 20th century, but I don't have it down on there. And just kind of the sizes of the two schools 25 years ago, they probably weren't on each other's radars. But the first time ever in school history that Osakis has beaten Staples-Motley in volleyball. They are now 1-2 over lifetime against the Cardinals. And Corey, there was a student section kind of battle because Osakis, you could tell, was the first day of school, had a decked out student section all in black. And Staples-Motley brought like maybe about 6 football players that came after practice and made their way to Osakis. They were in black as well. And a couple different times that Cardinal student section had a "Let's play football" chant, just to rub salt in the wound of that Section 6AA championship game back in November.
Wow. We're breaking out old wounds, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Looking at the game for Osakis, they were led by a couple different seniors. Eliana Wiener, a senior, had 12 kills and 4 service aces. If you look at Stephanie Magus, the team setter, 7 kills, 4 service aces. And really, both teams will tell you, we had great nights from the service line. We probably could do better on the serve receive, because there was also a couple different kills from Allison for a couple different aces, I should say, from Allison Frizzell and Jenna Riley for Osakis. For Staples-Motley, 3 kills from Pamela Lawrence, a couple from Addison Potter. We also have 1 from Izzy Becker and 3 coming from Chloe Trantina. Leading the way in kills for Staples-Motley was junior Hannah Cole. She finished with 13 on my unofficial count, and Clara Maros had 11 on the list as well. Chipping in with some, Addison Potter had 3, Caitlin Schatzko had 3, Annie Schlosser had a couple as well. I know had a little bit of an injury scare in that last game. Talked with Coach Bestland of Staples-Motley, said she's got the brace on, she's ready to go. We avoided anything serious, so she should be ready to go there.
That's great news that Annie was able to play.
yeah, she was able to play. It was good news. They get healthy. They can just kind of keep rolling. And for Staples-Motley, they now get the week off. They play Monday night in Pine River against Pine River Bacchus. For Osakis, they play on Thursday night against the Swanville Bulldogs, a team that went 8-0 in Prairie Conference play a year ago. Osakis was tied for second with Browerville Eagle Valley at 5-3 last year. So we'll see what they can do with that win under their belts this week and try and roll in that matchup against Swanville. So, Corey, those are the games there. That's what happened in Osakis last night. It was a fun night. The JV match also went to third and final set. So really kind of neck and neck between these two teams last night.
Excellent. Fun to get back in the swing of volleyball. Indeed, we'll have more volleyball coverage later in the week, tomorrow, Thursday, and of course, football on Friday. CJ, we know the broadcast schedule is up at WDenaRadio.com. You can see our plans for that broadcast schedule, not only this week, but for all fall season. Check it out at WDenaRadio.com.
Or you can follow Sports Cow on Facebook.
Moo.
You should also follow Corey on Facebook is the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena.
Well, yesterday at this time, I told you that the Tackman family was going to celebrate the first day of school at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. And today at this time, I'm going to tell you that the Tackman family celebrated the first day of school at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. It was awesome. Now let me tell you my trip through. Okay.
All right.
Salad bar right out of the gate.
All right.
A little lettuce, a little ranch,
healthy stuff out of the way.
A little bacon bits to go on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
A little extra squirt of ranch on the side because I'm going to get some chicken fingers.
Yes.
We have to include that right away. And then they had some piping hot mac and cheese. So that was plate number 1.
All right. Already off to a great start. Plate number 2, it was a 2-tripper for me at Pizza Ranch last night. Plate number 2 was 3 slices of pizza, 2 pepperoni, and then a dessert. Yeah.
But then there were chicken fingers, there was chicken, there was mashed potatoes. I'm just looking elsewhere around the table now. There were lemonades, there were Powerades, there were Diet Cokes, there were Mellow Yellows. There were more than just, I think there were 6 pieces of dessert pizza for 5 people at the table, to let you know how good the dessert pizza is. It was awesome. And then obviously, as you can see here, celebrate National Chicken Month with the best chicken in the biz from the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. By the way, the FunZone Arcade also entertained 4 of the Tackman boys in the Tackman household. And yes, I include myself as one of the 4. Looking for a good time, looking for good food. Celebrate National Chicken Month at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena.
All right, Corey. Not a lot to talk about the Twins. We're just going to ignore they exist.
I don't want to say anything about them.
For the time being, the Minnesota Vikings are getting ready to play. No new news about their matchup.
One thing I do need to mention about the Vikings.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday today.
Yes.
Very first X's and O's with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell on the Superstation K106 tonight at 6:30.
It's what we call in the broadcasting business a tease.
Every Wednesday at 6:30, with the exception of course, the bye week.
All right. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. 6:30 tonight in the Superstation K106. Speaking of football, Corey, we did this last year, and I think we need to go through it again. It's the college football all-name team. So we get to break that down. Are you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
Okay, good. So there's a few different ways that they break down the all-name team. There's like the honorable mentions. There's the first team. There's the second team. Believe there's even a third team in there as well because, because why not? Like, there's just college football has just
Is this across all of the NCAA or just Division I?
I believe this is across all of NCAA.
Okay, fun.
All right, they have they have the kind of the number 1 team. They have the B team, a C team, and an honorable mention. So let's today start out with the honorable mentions.
I like that.
Okay. All right. Here is they break it down by position, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
So
Do you have a graphic here, or are you just going to read them to me?
I'm just going to read them to you here.
Okay.
All right. The honorable mention quarterback, South Carolina, Air Noland.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
Air Jordan, it's Air Noland.
AIR?
Yep.
Air Noland. Okay. Yeah, that one's fine.
Your running back is Titan Lacedon.
Yeah, no, I like Titan a lot.
Titan plays for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
I don't like Titan in the sense that there's not a chance in hell I would ever have named my kid Titan. But I do like Titan for somebody else's kid and who happens to be a football player.
All right.
Also, can you imagine Titan Tackman? Like the alliterations.
I mean, what would the how about you name how about you have another kid, make it a boy, because you have control over that. Name him Titus and then just nickname him Titan.
Nah, I can't. I can't do the alliteration thing. It's not. It's
Titus Tackman is what we call him.
Okay. Well, then can you have a Billy Baumgartner? It's not for me. The alliteration thing is. It's
you need to get like some kind of pet, like a cat or like and then name him Titan.
That would work. I'd be fine with that. Okay, Titan's cool.
All right. The second running back is Iverson Celestine.
All right, that's just like that's just a fun.
That kid was 100% named after Allen Iverson, right?
Iverson Celestine. That's a lot of name. It's a fancy name. If you're named Iverson Celestine, you better have a suit that was tailored.
Plays for South Alabama Jaguars. Iverson Celestine. Your wide receiver starting on the honorable mention team from Portland State, Tini Tintali.
Oh, okay, so now
Tinitali.
It is teeny, not tiny.
Either teeny or tiny. I mean, whichever one.
Oh, I know I just said all of that about the alliteration.
Uh-huh.
I take it back for this one. I actually like the alliteration in this one a little bit.
It's half of the last name is just the first name.
Teeny. Yeah, no, this is my favorite name so far.
All right. How about wide receiver out of I believe this is Troy. Is Corey, you ever watch the Powerpuff Girls as a kid? That after your time?
So yeah, I mean I know what they are.
You aware of the monkey Mojo Jojo?
Yeah.
Mojo Dortch.
Mojo Dortch?
Yep, Dortch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mojo Dortch.
Yeah, I need a better
to Mr. Jojo.
I need a better last name there.
Yeah, the Mojo sets it off with just a lot of great Mojo, you know.
Yeah, Dortch is just too I mean maybe it's too on the nose. It's just too dorky sounding. You know what I mean? You can't be Mojo and Dortch.
Yeah.
You could be Mojo Tintali. That'd be cool.
That'd be better. All right, wide receiver. You're really gonna like this one then. Not sure what the school is based on the logo, but Royalty Riley.
It's not bad.
Close.
It's not bad. It reminds me actually of one of my favorite names from around the area. I believe it was West Central. The kid's name was Royal Crow. It's one of my all-time favorite names. Period. Royal Crow. So it's right there. It's right there. Royalty Riley.
This brings up a good point because yesterday I was talking to Coach Cohorst of the Osakis Silver Streaks. I was going through names and pronunciations, and they have a senior, wears number 9 on the team. Her name is Zeppelin Wright.
Wow.
Zeppelin. Zeplyn.
Sure.
And I was like, because I was trying to pronounce it, I didn't read it. I was just reading it cold. And then I was like, oh wait, like Zeppelin? She's like, yeah, like Led Zeppelin.
Zeppelin. Like a flying balloon.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, that honestly, I was really waiting for her to get like a big kill so I could have said that. And
awesome.
That would have been great. So, but unfortunately it just didn't, it didn't come to be. I did not speak it into existence.
All right. I like it. What's next?
Starting tight end, Gatlin Hancock.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that'll work.
You said that's the tight end too?
Yep. Yeah.
So Gatlin is a very tight end name.
Yep, that whole thing. He's just perfect. He's going to play 10 years for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's exactly right. Offensive lineman from the University of Utah, Zeroe Williams, Zeroue Williams.
Okay, fine. And I don't like it.
This is why this is the honorable mention team.
Yeah, that's fine.
West Virginia, offensive lineman, Walter Young Bear. Young and Bear are two different words.
Yeah, no, he's probably native would be my guess. Young Bear is the last name.
Well, it's not like Young Bear, like one word. It's like young.
No, and that's usually how they are. That's usually how they are. That's cool. Yeah, the Native American names are the coolest. Always. I always really enjoy some of those. When I lived in, we still run into them a little bit here in central Minnesota. And not often. Usually got to get to section tournaments or state tournaments before you see those. But when I was in eastern Montana, there was a lot of the Native American names. They're cool. Mm-hmm. And then it's funny because you think about it and you see a name like Young Bear, and you're like, it's just like a funny sort of like literal English breakdown. But then if you actually look up, like some people's last names are Church. Like just as like kind of
very simple.
Or like Baumgartner is what, German, and that probably stands for garden of berries or something.
Tree.
Sure. Like,
yeah.
It's just like it just so happens to be that those native names are in English.
Yeah, and your family just put thumbtacks in,
Exactly. That's exactly right.
That's exactly where that came from. All right, out of San Francisco University, Guzzy Kayed. Guzzy, last name Kayed.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like Guzzy.
Guzzy Cade.
Yeah.
Does Guzzy have a sponsorship with a local gas station for Guzzy's Glizzies?
He has to, right? A little Guzzy Glizzy.
He has to. I Guzzy on them Glizzies, man. That'd be the thing.
Yeah, it would. It sure would be.
Out of Weber State, offensive lineman Zoom Esplin. Wrong name. You need to be a running back if you're going to call yourself Zoom.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not exactly perfect. It's not an exactly perfect football name because he's an offensive lineman. If you were a kick returner, if you were Kadre Ishmael, nicknamed the Rocket, or Zoom, then that's cool.
Offensive lineman out of Texas Tech, Cash Cleveland.
Yeah, that's fine. Is that Ezra's brother?
Maybe he certainly is the higher paid one.
How many Clevelands could there possibly be?
More than you think, probably. All right. Kicker on the team is Trip Woody. TRIPPWOOOY.
Yeah. Isn't that what happened to that Frenchman in the Olympics?
Oh. Mr. Woody plays for Syracuse.
Okay. All right. Good luck to him.
Defensive line out of Harvard, Achilles Anderson.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We can't be joking around with that name. Now, you said what, defensive lineman?
Out of Harvard, yes.
Now, like, Achilles was a pretty unbelievable warrior, correct? So, like, it is kind of like a badass name. It just so happens to be the most preeminent catastrophic injury right now in all of sports. You just don't need to mess around with that.
You want to speak that into existence a little bit.
No.
All right. How about this defensive lineman from Nevada? It's Logo Va.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
It's logo, like just LOGO, and then VA''A.
So 3 words total? Or is logo one word?
Logo is one word.
Oh, nice.
And then VA''A.
Logo, Va. Neat. No, yeah, I like that one.
That's a perfect defensive lineman name.
Yep.
Other defensive lineman name out of Arizona State, Blazin Lono Wong. Lono-Wong.
Yeah, Blazin's fun.
Maybe not the best name for a defensive lineman, but I'll allow it.
Again, it's a little zoomy. It's a little zoom-ish where it just got so happened to be assigned to the wrong body type, but otherwise Blaze is fine. Again, all of these names, I wouldn't name my kids a single one of these names.
How about out of Arizona, Chancellor Owens?
Chancellor Owens is cool.
Yeah, Chancellor Owens works. Linebacker from San Diego, Mr. Williams. Mister.
Name's Mister.
Yes. Don't call me Mister.
That name sucks. That's not a good name at all.
They say, did he go into teaching so he could go, I got 4 years to get that Mr. in front of my name, and he didn't have to work for it at all.
Gosh, boy, that just makes me mad. We start of a brand new school year, and all of these professors who are reading freshmen their rights. I went to school a long time. You will call me doctor. Yeah, piss off. I'm paying for this class.
You're a
you don't
guy.
do this.
Yeah.
I'm paying for you to teach this. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. He goes to teach. My name is Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Yes.
Done. Other linebacker from San Jose State, Sir Bible. Sir is 2 R's. Sir Bible.
Sir Bible.
Sir Bible. He's giving you the good word, and that word is, he's laying down. Sir Bible is here to lay down the fire and the brimstone.
Yeah, it's just a terrible infomercial at the end, at very late in the night. Boom, boom, boom. Read the word of Christ with Sir Bible.
Or it's really snooty. It's like, read the word of Christ.
Yeah.
Bible. Hello, I'm Sir Bible.
Isn't it shocking to you that one of the things that I love about sports is how every single year, every single season, almost any game that you turn on, especially football, is you will hear a last name that you've never heard before in your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get it. Some of the names are like Pacific Islander names, like a Samoan or something. Like those are that, but they exist. That's just not a world I live in. Like Bible is a word I've heard before.
Right. Who decided that was their last name?
That's English. And then it's just the last. I've never heard the last name Bible in my entire life. That's crazy.
Well, now you have.
I've been watching football for 40 years. This is the first time I've heard the last name Bible.
Sir Bible.
Yep.
Linebacker out of Eastern Washington, Samurai Anderson.
It's fine. It's fine. It feels like it's missing a cool last name, right?
Mm-hmm. Like
I go by as Samurai Tintali is like, look out for that dude.
Uh-huh.
That sounds sweet.
Samurai Suzuki or something like that. Like just very traditional. Like
true. That's true. But also like that sounds like they're probably just gonna call him Sam, and that's lame.
That's true.
I'm not here to offend all the people in my life named Sam. But if your name is Samurai,
I'm calling you that.
Everybody just defaults to Sam. That kind of sucks.
It's the remember the Family Guy bit where it implies Peter named Meg a Megatron?
Correct.
Like that, and they just call her Meg for short.
That sucks for Meg. That sucks for Meg. That would suck for Samurai to be like, nah, you're Sam.
Yeah, no, sorry. So when he actually does like the sword gesture, he's just, that's just his name.
This is his name.
Yeah, don't throw a penalty for that. From New Mexico Lobos, Mercury Swaim. Mercury Swaim.
Yeah, okay.
All right, defensive back out of Georgia Southern, Chance Gamble.
Love it. Love it. Everything about that perfect first last name combination perfectly applied to a position, because that's all those guys do. That is probably it's not the best name. Teeny Tintali is the best name.
It's the best one on this list.
But that's the best complete package.
Mm-hmm. Defensive back from UConn, Saxton Suchanek.
Okay, that's fun.
Defensive back out of school with a lion logo. I don't know, probably FCS or D2. Shakespeare Lewis.
Shakespeare's fun.
Shakespeare is fun. Shakespeare's the name you should have like your kicker or punter, I feel like. I can't explain why.
Yeah, that would be... Yeah, that guy would suck.
Yeah, he would not be good. It's Shakespeare, but then it's Lewis or Louis, but spelled French, which is just making my brain hurt a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the do you have a nickname for a guy named Shakespeare? Do you call him Billy? Do you call him Shake? Do you call him, what do you call that guy? Spear? Does he like insist on being called Spear?
Maybe, but I feel like if he insisted on it, I would never call him that.
Yeah, that's true too.
Punter. Believe out of Florida A&M.
It's going to be like the Key and Peele bit where you just say Dan White.
Gunner Trout.
Okay, that's fun.
Long snapper out of something. I don't know. It's an L logo with maroon, or like a brown L logo with a bird on it. Ridgely Ritter.
Ridgely Ritter.
Yes.
I guess here we are with the
alliteration.
Alliteration. So here's the thing about alliteration, though. That's a softer alliteration, or the consonant actually starts with a vowel sound. Let's break this down for a minute. Okay?
We're going to break this down phonetically.
The R sound actually starts with like an E sound, right? You would pronounce the letter R like you would ER. So it's a little softer. Like when you think about the T, that's a very harsh up front. It's in front of your mouth. So Ridgely, it's a little softer. It does have a decent like flow to that one, where a T alliteration it's too harsh. It's too aggressive. Ridgely Ritter.
Exactly.
I don't mind that.
All right. What's the best name out of the all honorable mention team?
Oh, Teeny Tintali for sure.
Teeny Tintali.
No, I just made fun of the T alliteration again. Teeny Tintali's awesome. That's a wonderful name.
It works. It just does. I don't know how any other way to explain it.
Yeah, it is one of those you have to say all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time Teeny Tintali does anything, you yell, Teeny Tintali!
Could you imagine like Kevin Harlan saying that? Like, Teeny Tintali! Like,
Teeny Tintali trucks his way.
Yeah. With no regard for human life. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Teeny Tintali. That's awesome.
That one I think works. All right. One last bit of housekeeping before we get out of here, Corey. Tomorrow, tune into the morning sports desk for that thing behind you.
Right there. Right there. It's a mystery helmet. It's autographed. We're going to open it up to kick off the NFL season. Do we want to guess now, or do we want to save our guesses for tomorrow?
Let's save it for tomorrow, just to build some suspense.
All right. That sounds good to me.
That sounds good. Morning Sports Desk, Pizza Ranch, and FunZone Arcade in Wadena, making it possible for another day. See you tomorrow.
Powered by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Follow the Morning Sports Desk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And watch every show on YouTube.